It's holiday season, and from errands to parties to pop-ups, I'm wearing my Doers. These jeans are so comfortable, and they make me look good. Doer has this denim that's actually engineered for movement, and they have this high-quality, temperature-regulating Cool Max fabric that keeps me just warm enough. I know you're going to love these jeans as much as I do. So go now to shopdoer.com/ccAustin for 15% off of your first order. That's shopdoer.com/ccAustin for 15% off. shopdoer.com/ccAustin.
Safe Alliance is Austin's leading organization helping survivors of domestic violence, sexual assault, and trafficking escape abuse and rebuild their lives. Right now in Austin, 88 people are waiting for Safe's emergency shelter. Nearly 40 of them are children. If every person in the Austin metro gave just $1 a month, it would house 1,000 people every night. So start your monthly gift today at safeaustin.org/citycastgives. That's SAFEAUSTIN.org/citycastgives. $1, huge impact.
It can be impossible to try to keep up with our ever-changing food scene here. But today on CityCast Austin, my guest from The Infatuation brings us up to speed on our best new restaurants and now closed spots that we'll all miss. Plus, he's got the inside scoop on where you can eat New Year's Eve and makes some predictions like smash burgers are out, but pickles, Georgian food, and masa are in for 2026. It's Monday, December 15th. I'm Eva Ruth Moravec, in for Nikki Devon, and this is what Austin's talking about. Y'all, before we get into this show, I want to give a huge shout out to the folks who became CityCast Austin neighbors during our very recent fall membership campaign last week. I cannot tell you thank you enough. It makes me so happy to know that you support us and that you support the work that we all do. Our team works so hard to bring you these episodes in the newsletter every day. And we really can't wait to meet all of our new neighbors at an upcoming members-only event. So make sure you keep your eyes open for that. And we can't wait also to share your local shout outs on the podcast. Our membership campaign officially wrapped up on Friday, but honestly, we didn't quite reach our goals. So I have to ask, are there 7 of you listening right now who can join us? Then we'll meet our goal and head into the new year knowing that this show has the support to keep going strong. We're betting big on local in 2026 because, we really know that in a world that's more polarized and divided as ever, these stories and conversations happening right here at home can connect us and shape us. We just need your support to stick around and make that happen. Not that hard, right? So if you've been meaning to join, but you haven't yet, you can still do it today and make a huge difference. Join us at membership.citycast.fm. You can also give a membership as a gift in case you're still shopping for somebody that you love who really cares about Austin and could benefit from being a little more plugged in. Give them a gift of membership. You can find that also at membership.citycast.fm. Either way, it's $10 a month or $100 a year, and it's absolutely invaluable to us. By the way, we are still giving away some awesome gifts as a thank you. So everyone who becomes a member right now can still get their hands on a CityCast Austin beanie. And we're also holding open our giveaway for 2 pairs of tickets for upcoming shows at the Paramount Theater. So we're going to choose those winners tonight, and then they can have the choice of going to see either Rebecca Havemeyer and Stanley Roy on December 21st, or Bob Schneider's Great Big Spectacular New Year's Eve Party. These are really fun shows and a great value. So make sure that you sign up at membership.citycast.fm. All right, now let's get into my interview with Nikolai McCrary. Hello, I'm Eva Ruth, in for Nikki Devon, and I'm here today with Nikolai McCrary, a staff writer at The Infatuation. Hey, Nikolai.
Hey, how's it going?
Great. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
We're getting to the end of 2025 here. So we wanted to check in with you for a year end in the food scene. Off the top, I have to know, what is the best thing that you ate in Austin in 2025?
Oh my gosh. This is a pretty tough one. I have eaten a lot. I tend to eat out probably 6 days a week for work. So if I, do the math, that's probably 300 spots.
Oh my gosh.
A couple that come, yeah, I know it's a lot. It's a little excessive. Let's see, off the top of my head, I went to one pretty recently at Kanji. They had this fish collar that was incredible, and I've had fish collars at Japanese restaurants, but this is my first time having a Caribbean take on it, and I really, really enjoyed that. Let's see,
yum.
Oko. Yeah, Oko is this new Filipino spot downtown. Their sinigang wings are some of the best chicken wings I've had in all of Austin, and I think about them all the time.
Ooh, nice.
Yes, love those. And then there's another new spot called Le Calamar. They do like French food, and they also have a chicken wing that I love, but it's like stuffed with veal sweetbreads, the huilacoche. It's just like this beautiful little chicken wing that is so over-engineered, but it's delicious.
Right? I can't, yeah. How do you stuff a chicken wing? Like, there's not a lot of room in there.
I don't even know.
That's wild.
And it just looks like a chicken wing if you go and get it. But, I love that thing. It's amazing. So I think it's just been a good year for chicken wings.
For chicken wings, that's the theme. Yeah. So I wanted to get the sad part out of the way kind of quickly. A lot of awards shows, looking back on the year, they do an in memoriam. So we thought we would give a little RIP to some Austin restaurants that we lost this year. What are you going to be missing?
Oh, man. Well, one that I used to go to pretty regularly in college and lives as close to me is Astor's Ethiopian. That's one that I'm a little sad about. I think it closed because of the I-35 expansion, whatever's going on with that. But they've been around for 25, 30 years. That was like a staple of mine in college, just going to that little lunch buffet and loading up on Ethiopian food in between classes. So that's a sad one. Let's see. Wee's Cozy Kitchen was, only around for a couple years, but it was the first Malaysian restaurant in Austin. And as a Malaysian, food writer / chef myself, that one was really sad to see. That one happened because Royal Blue is being taken over or got taken over by a Japanese grocery downtown. So, I love this new Japanese grocery. It's really cool, but it's sad to see Wee's go. But they're supposed to be coming back soon. We'll see. And then Contoto was that was a taco truck that was probably my number one taco in Austin. And they closed in, I think, January or something. So early this year.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very sorry for all of our losses.
I know.
So I wanted to get into the other side of that, as some restaurants close, new ones open. What are some of your favorite brand new Austin restaurants that are serving us amazing dishes this year?
Oh, yeah. Well, a couple of my favorites. I mentioned already Le Calamar, but that's one of my... Love that spot.
It's been getting a lot of buzz.
It has, yeah. They're doing kind of French food with a little Texan twist. They took over the old Underdog space. I believe it's the same owners, but love all the food I've had there.
What's so worthy of the buzz there? Like, what do you think is really unique or different about what they're doing?
I think it's just kind of a place that really appeals to chefy, foodie people that are really into like high-end techniques, but in a way that doesn't feel like you're at some fine dining stuffy restaurant. Like that chicken wing, for example, has like huilacoche and veal sweetbread, and then it's sewed together and then it's brushed with like a tare glaze and grilled over brinchatan.
Wow.
And so if you really are into technique, you're like, wow, this is really cool. They're doing a lot of things to make this taste amazing. But if you just want to go and enjoy food, you're like, oh, this is just a tasty chicken wing.
It's a wing. Yeah.
Yeah. So it like everything has like so many layers of like technique and like stuff that's going into it, but not in a way where you feel like you're just like doing homework, before you have to go eat there or something.
Yeah. Not too formal kind of.
Yeah. I also had a really great steak au poivre there. And I feel like Austin is just kind of lacking in French food in general. We really only have maybe 4 or 5 restaurants. So I don't know. It's just something we've been missing, and I think they came in and did a really good job with it. Parish Barbecue, another one that's been
so good,
getting a lot of buzz. I live right next to Parish, so that's
Ooh.
super close, but also very dangerous.
Yes, very dangerous.
I can sneak over on a Thursday morning right before they open and just leave with like a pound of brisket. I love that.
Oh, nice. Has the line like died down some there, or is it still pretty crazy?
I tend to go on Thursdays, and so it's never that bad
That's
on
the
Thursdays.
secret. Yeah.
Yeah. I have not done a Saturday in a while, so I don't know what it's like.
It's a nice place to kind of settle in and drink, drink some beer. So what else is on your best list?
Ooh, let's see. So I don't know if this counts, but Paprika is my other favorite taco in town. And they went from being a truck to a brick and mortar about a month ago. So the menu's almost exactly the same. They're maybe 20 steps away from where the trailer was, but you can now enjoy those tacos in like air conditioning, which is really nice versus their tiny little truck that was in the Michi parking lot.
Yeah.
So love that. There's All Day Pizza. They also kind of did the whole truck to brick and mortar route, but they've changed the menu a little bit. Whereas Paprika is the same menu. All Day, they expanded. They have sandwiches. We did a blind Italian sub tasting recently where we had like 16 Italian subs all in like one row.
Ooh.
It was really fun. I'll have to tell you more about that later.
Did Home Slice win?
They did. Home Slice got number 1.
Okay, good.
But All Day was number 2, I believe. 2 or 3. They were in the top. Yeah. So
I'll have
really,
to try
really
that.
love it.
Nice.
I think it's called the Guma. It's really good.
So All Day has a couple of locations, right?
Yeah, they have that one, and then they have their one at Flo's Wine Shop over on like West 35th, and that's kind of like a takeout window. And their new restaurant is so popular, like the line just snakes around the building. So that's another one I go to on like Wednesday afternoons when, everyone's still at work and I can sneak away and get a sandwich.
Nice. Yeah, I know you mentioned in your write-up about it, the like sampler pizza, which I think is a really great idea for people who who want to try a little bit of everything that you can mix and match.
I mean, there's some pizzas I love there, but I don't necessarily want to eat, 8 of the same slice. I mean, I will, but, if I can get a little variety, that's great. I love it.
Yeah, but I know All Day also makes their very famous pickle pizza, which everybody got into this year with the long slices of pickle. Are you a fan?
Yes, I am. I wouldn't even call myself like a pickle fanboy. Like I like pickles, as much as an average person, I'd say. But pickles on pizza is pretty fun. And I know a few places have done it over the years. There's also now closed. I think it's called 40 North. They were a pizza spot, and they were the first place where I had like a pickle pizza that I really liked, and they collaborated with La Barbecue, and they did La Barbecue pickles on the pizza. It was amazing.
Oh man!
But yeah, that one at the one at All Day is really good, and All Day's they're just doing great stuff. Good people.
Nice. And you also gave a little shout out to Cocktail, another chicken spot. I know chicken is your theme in this episode. So.
It's just been a good year for chicken. I had Cocktail's another great one. They're just doing nuggets and fried chicken and sandwiches, and they kind of came out of nowhere, with this nicely branded trailer, also right near where I live, very conveniently. Their entire menu is like less than $10, which is great.
Oh, wow.
And they kind of came out of nowhere, and like I had their chicken sandwich, and I was like, this is the best chicken sandwich I've had in Austin. It's so good.
Oh, damn. The best.
Yeah, I think it's my favorite one. I mean, there are some if you want
would
like
it qualify as like a hot chicken sandwich or not quite?
No.
It's just a fried.
They do have some pretty spicy ones. I think there's like a Szechuan one that's kind of spicy, but it's just like a good chicken sandwich. There's one that has like agave and chipotle and cinnamon and a bunch of really fun flavors. They do these gluten-free versions too.
Oh, nice.
And they'll bread it in like masa, and then instead of buns, they use little masa cakes. So that's a really fun version where you can get like a gluten-free chicken sandwich. That's awesome.
If you're looking for the perfect holiday gift this season, you have to try Aura Frames. My partner and I each got one for our moms, and they are obsessed. My mom's favorite thing about the frame is the unlimited storage for photos and videos. And my partner's mom loves that anyone in the family can add to the frame anytime from anywhere. Setup is easy, the frame is interactive, and it comes with a gift box. Or a digital frame is honestly the perfect gift for anyone in your life that you want to share memories and moments with in real time. And for a limited time, save on this perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off of Aura's best-selling Carver Mat frames, named #1 by Wirecutter. Use promo code CityCast at checkout. That's auraframes.com, promo code CityCast. This deal is exclusive to listeners, and frames sell out fast. So order yours now and get it in time for the holidays. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply.
So I have to ask you, like, regarding going out to eat all the time and eating it 300 times, do you have like 10 or so that you are always going back to, or what's your criteria here?
Yeah. The downside is I don't get to become a regular at places as much as I would like to. That said, I'm not necessarily eating at 300 every year. That's probably a bit of a stretch. It probably is like 200 to 250 though. So it's a good amount. And sometimes that'll be a lunch and a dinner day. So I do have free meals here and there. And honestly, what I find myself going for when I'm have a free day is, funny enough, again, chicken wings. They're just kind of the food that I crave. And I usually end up at like Nickel City just getting their chicken wings. That's like kind of my day off. Like, you know what? Let's just go get some wings or Wings Up. Both of those are pretty close to me, and they're two of my favorite wings.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Nickel City. Well, now, we're looking ahead a little bit. We got to get through Christmas first still, but we'll be on New Year's Eve just as soon as we know it. And I know there might be some people here who don't exactly have plans, but you still got to eat dinner that night. What are some recommendations that y'all have over at The Infatuation for people who are still in search of a reservation, or are they SOL and they just need to figure something else out at this point?
Oh, absolutely not. We got weeks to go. There's plenty of time.
But we're such a reservation town. This is my biggest gripe about Austin, that it's like you have an idea and you cannot execute it.
It's really frustrating when you find yourself on a Friday at 5 craving some type of food, and you're like, oh, well, I didn't make a reservation 3 weeks ago because I didn't know I was going to be craving, sushi, when it was 85 degrees or something. I don't know.
Exactly.
But yeah, so I mean, there's a ton of restaurants that are doing special fancy tasting menu dinners, and we have a whole guide to all of these and, where you can book them and things like that. A couple that I remember reading about, Le Calamar and Oko, they're kind of doing fancier little tasting menus, generally in the like $150 to $200 range. And that usually comes with champagne and like a full tasting menu. Dai Dui is another one. They're doing like a wild game tasting that I think will be pretty fun. And then honestly, if you don't want to make like plans or spend $200, which is also totally reasonable, I like to go to a lot of the little Irish pubs, Kelly's, B.D. Riley's, those types of places are open like 365 days a year. And they're just really nice where you can like pop in and get like a pint of Guinness and some fish and chips and just like have fun in a really festive place, like year round, but also on New Year's Eve. That's
hilarious. I didn't know that Irish pubs were open all year round.
Yeah, most of them, I think most of them are open like 365 days a year. So you can go for Christmas. Nice. I've gone for Thanksgiving, they'll do a little turkey plate. Yeah, it's fun.
That's
and
awesome.
I'm a big fan of Irish pubs, so that's always going to be my recommendation. Chicken wings or an Irish pub.
Yeah. Some of these places look amazing. Juniper looks delicious. The Peacock, you've got some like great, different, flavorful places on here, a lot of different types of cuisine. So good list to check out if you're still trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah, and we're updating it constantly. So we'll be adding a few more spots as details emerge about what they're doing.
Nice. But yeah, it is just another night and another dinner. So you don't have to spend $200 to have a good time.
Yeah. Go get some chicken wings.
Yeah. Go get some wings. So once we get past New Year's, we'll be in 2026. I know that, every year brings some new things to the Austin food scene, from new awards or guides or different trends like the smash burger, which is still smashing everywhere. What are you thinking will be on our list of trends in the Austin dining scene next year?
Yeah, so we like to do this exercise at work because we're all eating out so often. And so every few months we get together and we say, hey, what are some trends we've noticed? Where do we think they're going? And so we publish twice a year our kind of trends prediction. And so we actually just put out our trends prediction for next year based on, what we've seen and what we think is going to have more momentum. And thankfully, smash burgers have slowed down a little bit. I love a smash burger, but there's
Enough.
so many different densities of burger. Like I like a not smash burger too.
Right. Yeah. Puff it up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Like give me a little pink in the middle, it's just fine. So let's see. A couple that I've noticed. Georgian food is one. Georgian food is like a cuisine that we didn't have in Austin at all until maybe 6 months ago. And now we have 3. So it's just this very like specialized cuisine. And I love Georgian food. I took a trip to Georgia maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and it was one of my favorite trips. I love the food, love the people. And so like having all these here has just been really exciting. It's also kind of all around the country. Like Georgian food is kind of taking off. And like one of their signature dishes is that it's called khachapuri. It's this like bread boat. It's a little bread filled with cheese and like molten cheese and an egg and butter. And it's just incredible.
Oh, that looks amazing.
Yeah. So there's a new spot that just opened called Bread Boat. That's my favorite for that. But we've got a few spots. And so I think Georgian food is going to keep, the fact that we've gone from 0 to 3 in 6 months and then probably more coming soon is exciting.
What are other like starter Georgian food dishes?
The other one is called, my pronunciation is probably not great, but it's called kinkali, and it's basically a soup dumpling, but it's made with a much thicker dough. So you have to kind of like bite through it and then like drink the soup out. But they look kind of like this, the Shanghai soup dumplings we've had, but just a little bigger, a little thicker. And they're filled with like a giant thick meatball and like this very savory broth. Ooh. So those are really good.
Nice.
And then, and Georgian wine is also just awesome. They're kind of, I guess Georgia was the birthplace of wine from my understanding. So they have a very rich, long history of wine. And they do the orange wine that is just delicious.
I love an orange wine. Mm-hmm.
Me too.
I don't know why. I feel like it's a gimmick, but I'm falling for it. I don't care.
No, it's great. It's a great thing. One of my favorites.
Yeah. What else do you think is going to happen next year? Other trend predictions?
Let's see. One that we've noticed is Caesar salads. Obviously, not a new concept by any means, but a lot of restaurants in Austin are like all coming up with their twist on a Caesar or their little, we call it our little freaky twist on the Caesar. Caesar salads are getting freaky. We've started to see in other cities around the country where people are putting all kinds of crazy things in the Caesar. One has like crushed goldfish crackers. In Austin, Fish Shop is doing like a handheld Caesar. So it's like each lettuce is individually dressed with crouton dressing and you're supposed to eat it with your fingers.
Nice.
Rocco's is a new spot and they have these like chunks of Parmesan cheese, like cubes of Parmesan in the salad. So it's this super, super cheesy mess. All Day and Loudmouth are both using like miso in their dressing. And then like Sammy's has been around for a couple years now, but they're putting chili crisp in their Caesar.
Oh, that's a favorite. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so good. So yeah, a lot of places are just kind of doing their own little twists on the Caesar. And it's nice because it's kind of this blank template in some ways. Like there's a base menu or a base recipe for the Caesar. And then like, how do we make it our own? And so I like that everyone's doing that. And so that's really fun.
Are we getting away from including anchovies?
I haven't seen anchovies as often. It's usually in the dressing. But a lot of places are doing more vegan-friendly Caesars, I've noticed, because you can get a lot of the same funky notes with something like miso and keep it vegan. But I have seen some places doing anchovies, and I will never say no to an anchovy on my Caesar. So
yeah, totally. Okay, and we've also talked a little bit about pickles, but I know that you think pickles are going to pop off even more next year?
I think so. I mean, it's hard to say. I think in some ways, they've already they're at the top. Pickles are very popular. It's hard to say if they're going to get more popular. I had a pickle lemonade at this place called A Hole Coffee recently, which is a little bit of a gimmicky spot. It's just a hole in the wall that serves you coffee through it, but their pickle lemonade was not bad.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then, there's a place called downtown called Marfa Lights, which is a very loosely themed Marfa bar over on West 6th. But they have this pickle Dr. Pepper drink, and it's kind of like Dr. Pepper spiced rum. And then they just top it with like a baseball worth's mound of pickles. Yeah, you have to like pickles to like it, but it's not bad.
I mean, I like a pickle. I like a pickle great, but the combination of that tangy and sour and tart with a sweet Dr. Pepper, I don't know. Like, is this Dua Lipa's fault? Because she did that, didn't she? At what was it, La Barbecue, where she poured. So. I think she made like a video of pouring pickles into her soda of some sort. I don't know if it was a Coke or a Dr. Pepper.
I can't remember where it's from, but that is a thing somewhere where you mix like Dr. Pepper and pickles. It might be like a West Texas thing.
Oh, maybe so. Maybe it's a Marfa thing.
It might be.
I guess that would make sense.
It kind of works. It's not terrible.
Well, maybe just keep your mind open about pickles appearing everywhere next year. Anything else that you want to mention when it comes to trends you're watching for next year?
The other one I've really started to notice is just kind of this masa movement, we're calling it. And I wouldn't say, obviously, masa is not a new thing. Masa's been around for centuries, and it's like core to like Mexican cuisine, but a lot of South American cuisine. But right now we're seeing it used in these like really cool, more artisan ways, I guess you could say. There's a place called Mercado Sin Nombre, which is probably my favorite coffee shop that's opened in the last year. And they're doing these like masa pancakes and masa buns, and they're doing this masa Twinkie that's really cool. So it's like the house-made Twinkie with chocolate ganache and all kinds of cool stuff.
They just made the New York Times list of the 23 best restaurant dishes we ate across the U.S. in 2025.
They did. I saw that. They did that honey bun.
Yeah, it was for the Bad Honey Bunny.
Yes, and it is delicious. If you haven't had it, you should go try it.
It's so perfect looking. The write-up says that it's a heady scent of cardamom and honey that hits you before you even take a bite. And it's only $7, and it looks like a fake honey bun. Like it looks like a plastic food that you would get for a kid, to play with. It looks so perfect. It
looks like a toy. Yeah, it's
exactly, and it's well priced. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to go try that.
They also do these little atole cortados that has like masa in the cortado. It's great. And they do these masa pancakes. And they also have this like kind of secret off menu item because they have little sausage patties, and you can get the pancakes and you can ask them to like put it together like a masa McGriddle, like a McDonald's thing. It's really good.
Nice.
It has cheese and all that.
Awesome.
But yeah, there's a few places around town, like I was mentioning Cocti, they can do a masa breaded chicken sandwich. There's other bakeries, Comadre Panaderia, they are also doing like all masa based things. And then just like, really good tortillas, like restaurants are all making their own nixtamalized tortillas. I don't know. It's just like, we're kind of just giving respect to masa in a way that like hasn't been seen for us in a while. So it's been kind of cool.
I remember we interviewed the chef at Naranjo sometime in the past year, and she was talking all about the process that they kind of, I don't know if they started it, but they really not started it, but brought it back to Austin. Nixtamalization, yeah. Of processing the masa in a different way. So it's cool to see that kind of continue. Well, Nikolai, anything else that you want to add that we haven't asked about or that you want to touch on for next year?
No, I think that's really it. See, obviously we keep up with all the hot restaurants, and our process for Best New Restaurants starts in October. So we have already started the process for 2026 because that is when our cutoff is. So we're already well underway. But in the meantime, we always have our hit list, and the hit list is kind of all the spots that are on our radar that we like right now that, we update it daily. I went to a restaurant last night and I updated it this morning. So
nice.
So we're always keeping up with that. And those are kind of the way to get an early track on what we think are going to be the really hot restaurants of next year. And you can keep up with that to see what some of those like trends are and if those really are going to pan out in the way we think they are.
Nice. Do you wear a disguise when you go to restaurants?
We book things under fake names. I don't do like the mustache and the glasses. I think they'll see right through me.
So if you see a reservation for Nikolai McCreary. You know who it is.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time and your advice, and we'll talk to you probably next year.
Sounds good. Thanks so much for having me.
Before we go, giant Texas-sized thank you goes out to our newest CityCast Austin members. Let's hear it for Rachel W., Andrea W., and Rachel M. We will pick our winners for the Paramount Theater giveaway at the end of the day today. So again, make sure you join our CityCast Neighbors program right now for the chance to win and get your cute beanie. That's all for today here on CityCast Austin. You can find links to Nikolai's work in our show notes. If you enjoyed the show, tell all your friends, leave us a review, and definitely subscribe to our Hey Austin newsletter. If you really love CityCast, join our membership program today at membership.citycast.fm. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Bye, y'all.